Now coming to the detailed analysis of the poem, The Death of the Bird, let's take up the first stanza. It reads, "For every bird there is this last migration." Now that is the first statement. And it's very emphatic statement. He says that हर परिंदे का वक्त आता है कि उसको एक आखिरी माइग्रेशन करनी है. Every bird has to go through this last migration. Now, as I said earlier, that this bird is the human being, is the man on earth. So he says that he or she has to go through this last migration. Now, migration is an important choice of word in this context. Migration is an important aspect of human life, of our society. We migrate from one place to another. The reason of migration could be anything. I am reminded of a poem by K.K.N. Daruwala titled Migration, where he details that why do people migrate, how difficult are the migrations. So he would refer to the plague years, to the wars, to the civil wars, to the world wars. These are some of the reasons, or some natural calamity with which a man migrates or will migrate. The other reasons why we migrate from one place to another could be very simple reasons. For example, we migrate for job, we migrate for education, we migrate for better life, we migrate in search of food, we migrate for anything. But these human beings may have different reasons for migration. Some may migrate, some may not migrate. But this last migration from this world to the last world is necessary. Everyone goes through this migration. Nobody can take a step back, say मुझे नहीं migrate करना. I am not going to migrate from this world to the other. So जो पहली लाइन है उसमें जो एडी होप कहता है कि जो ये माइग्रेशन है, ये परिंदे की माइग्रेशन नहीं, ये इंसानों की माइग्रेशन है जो इस दुनिया से दूसरी दुनिया में उन्होंने करनी ही करनी है. Once more the cooling air kindles her heart. Once more. Cooling air is a reference to winter. But it's not winter actually here, because winter is usually associated with old age in literature. But we cannot say that this is old age. What we say that this cooling year is the year of the death, when one is about to die, or is the month in which one is about to die, or is the day in which one is about to die. So when that time comes near, it kindles the fire of migration in his heart. He cannot resist this migration. वो पीछे नहीं हट सकता. दूसरे वर्स में जो है एडी होप कहता है कि जब वो वक्त आता है, वो कूलिंग ईयर, वो मौत का वक्त जब आता है, वो मौत वाला साल हो, मौत वाला महीना हो, मौत वाला दिन हो, मौत वाली घड़ी हो, जब वो पास आ जाए, करीब आ जाए, तो वो इंसान के दिल में वो आग पैदा करती है, वो माइग्रेशन की. वो रेजिस्ट नहीं कर पाएगा, वो पीछे नहीं हट पाएगा, अब वो आगे ही बढ़ेगा. With a warm passage to the summer station, love pricks the course in lights across the chart. With a warm passage to the summer station. Now there are two different things that he is referring to here. One is the passage to a cooling station and the other is to the summer station. Now he has two things. He has to decide between these two कि अब उसको किस तरफ जाना है. But the situation in front of him is such that this love is again here a kind of metonymy where love will refer to death. He would prick him to move towards the cooling air rather than the summer station. वो उसको जिंदगी की तरफ कम धकेलेगा और मौत की तरफ उसको ज्यादा लेके जाएगा. You understand? There would be that natural instinct in that human being to go towards that migration, towards that death. He will not resist that temptation of death at this point of time. That was the first stanza of this poem, The Death of the Bird. Coming to the second stanza. Year after year, a speck on the map, divided by a whole hemisphere, summons her to come. Year after year, a speck on the map. A speck is a minute particles which, maybe some people cannot see with their naked eyes. But this death, like that speck on the map of the earth. Now that is a very archetypal kind of a statement. Human life is, like predetermined on this earth. There is a clear-cut map, road map given. And on that map, one thing that remains omnipresent is death. उस नक्शे पे, इंसानी जिंदगी के नक्शे पे, इंसानी जिंदगी के रास्ते पे मौत हमेशा साया बन के उसके पीछे पीछे चलती है. ईयर आफ्टर ईयर, मंथ्स आफ्टर मंथ्स, मतलब घड़ी, हर लम्हे, हर साल उसके पीछे चलती रहती है. डिवाइडेड बाय ए होल हेमिस्फीयर. लेकिन that speck and human life, that death and life, they are divided by a whole hemisphere. One is the earth and the other is the heavens. The other part, God knows which part is that, कि जहां इंसान मरने के बाद जाते हैं. Summons her to come. बुलाती है उसको हर लम्हे, हर घड़ी, कि देख तुझे मेरे पास ही आना. The death would summon her every moment, every time, that you are going to come to me. Come to me. There is no other option for you, no other choice for you. You have to come. Though she initially looks like a speck, which we cannot, see, discern, is invisible kind of a thing, but is present. Season after season, surely and safely guided. Season after season. Year after year, and that is surely and safely guided. One thing that is sure in human life is death, and one thing that is safely guided is death. Death would never lose her track. For example, death has to kill someone, say for example Mr. A, and with mistake she kills Mr. B. That never happens. If she has to kill Mr. A, she will kill Mr. A, she will not kill Mr. B. So she is safely guided and she is sure about it, that yes, I have to kill. I am not going to spare anyone. As we say, कि एक ही हकीकत है दुनिया की और वो मौत है. और मौत जिसको जब जहां आनी है उसको वहीं और वहीं आएगी, उसी वक्त आएगी. मौत कभी धोखा नहीं करेगी, मौत कभी गलती नहीं करेगी. She is surely and safely guided. Going away, she is also coming home. That is a paradoxical statement. That's an oxymoron. Like going away and coming home. These are opposites. These are paradoxical. She says that going away, she is also coming home. Now there is this is very simple thing to understand, as is a common statement in our life, that when someone dies, initially there would be some people, relatives, friends, those who are sad, they would say, "Ye hame chhod ke chala gaya. He has left us." But there are some who are more reserved. They say, "He has not left you, but he has returned to his original place." We consider that life on this earth is a temporary stay. This is not a permanent stay. The permanent stay is somewhere else. We have come here. This is a short sojourn for us, a short stay for us, and there will come a time when we will go back to the original place. And we are told that when someone dies, we should recite a verse that, "To thee we belong and to thee is our return." Now thee is a reference to God. To God we belong and to God is our return. We belong to God and we return to Him. And returning to Him is not going away, but coming home. Coming back, return. So what we do actually, we go back. That was the second stanza of this poem. So what this bird is actually doing, or human beings are doing, they go back to their reality, to their original place.